Okay, so I'm not putting a second head in just because I don't have a spare head at this current time. But you would have finished putting in the color head, and now we're repeating the same process and putting the white head in. Now, the white has got 4 dampers, just like the color. So there's 4 whites going into the 4 positions, and they're here. Now, it doesn't really matter actually what order you put them in, because it's all white. Obviously, the color makes got to make sure we get the right colors in sequence, but the white you don't. Now, the only difference with the white is that at this point you don't need to use a syringe to syringe the white ink. And the reason that is because the white is on a white circulation. So the white is a color that actually is a little bit more troublesome than CMYK colors. So because of that, it can clog and block a little bit more. So with most DTF machines, because of that situation, the machines actually have a white circulation. So the white actually circulates from the back bottle, it comes into this canister here, and it exits. So it actually comes in from this tube here under pressure through a pump. It pumps from a system, so it pumps in to this to the top of this canister. It exits out of the 4 tubes, and you can see a 5th tube, and that then goes back to the ink canister, so it does a continuous cycle all the time. Now that is actually connected to this ink circulation system down the bottom here. So it's the white ink is continually running through the whole system, because we don't want it to ever stop and coagulate and get blocked. So because of that, and it's attached to the pump, when we turn the printer on, the white ink will automatically get pumped all the way through into this canister and then into the dampers. So at this point, we haven't turned the machine on at any point. But once we have this all connected up to our print head, we will then turn that on, and then we will see that the white ink will by itself be pumped through a pump, will be pumped into this canister, and then it'll start to make its way down into the lines of that. So we let that go for probably 15-20 minutes until that canister is 3/4 full. And then once that canister is 3/4 full and the ink's starting to run into the dampers, then we pick off then we remove each one from the head, and then we do the syringe to actually just promote the ink right down to the damper. So we want to try and make the system push the ink at least to this part here, and then we just do the last part and then just syringe the ink from the top of that canister through here to there. So it'll just be a quick prime on each individual one. So we do it for each one, and then put them back onto our print heads, and then we are ready to actually turn the computer on, the printer on.